This is an inspiring story of Dan Sheshe Matakaya. He's a 31-year-old police inspector. Of course, he's married to a beautiful young lady. So I'm going to tell you the story of Daniel and how he became an acid-burn survivor. Remember, I told you he's married to a beautiful young lady. So one day they had a fight, normal couple fight. So he just went to work because, as a police officer, he goes to work, this shift, morning shift, afternoon shift, night shift. So just like the thing that we do in the hospital, morning, afternoon, night shift. So that day, he had a night shift, so he went to work. After working for a night shift, he came back so tired and stressed. So he just went straight to the bed to sleep, to catch some sleep. So his wife took that opportunity to do the unthinkable. First, she poured acid on her own husband. Okay. So she came out and connected these two naked wires. She connected it and left it on the floor and locked the door. So when Dan, he started feeling this burning sensation on his face, he wanted to run out of the house, and unfortunately he got electrocuted and he fainted. But then before he fainted, he shouted. So his neighbors were like, "Oh, what's happening to Dan? What's happening to Dan? Let's go and check on him." So they opened the door because it was locked. They opened the door and they found him. They took him to hospital, and luckily for him, the doctors were able to save his life. But then he became blind permanently. Like, there is nothing they can do about it. He's totally blind and blind for life. Just imagine going to work in the night and then waking up, you're blind. There is something that we underrate it, it's so over underrated in a relationship, and that is kindness. I feel like if you are looking for a life partner, you're looking for who you want to spend the rest of your life with, you should, in as much as you're trying to include, I want beautiful, handsome, six-packs, blah, 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 you should also look out for kindness. Because there are some situations that you find yourself in, this kind person will be there for you. And there are some things that a kind person can't even think of, not to talk of doing it, because they are naturally kind. So in an interview, he said sometimes he's depressed. Who wouldn't be? I'm just trying to say, in essence, that in as much as you're trying to look out for a spouse who's kind, try and be that kind person. Okay, even if you're not kind naturally, there's this thing that they say that when you when you start pretending to be something, before you know it, you get used to it. So just pretend to be nice, pretend to be kind. Before you know it, it becomes a part of you. It becomes a part of you. Just look at the story, just look at the recent incident that just happened. A man stood there, watched his wife burn to death, and he couldn't even say, "Okay, let me help you get out of the fire first. Maybe we can settle whatever issue that we have." You just stood there and you watched her burn to death. Sometimes we just talk about, I want someone who's rich, who's this, who's this, who's this. Kindness is so underrated, and we should think about this. Then in an interview when Daniel was asked, so where do you draw your inspiration from? Why do you still want to live? He said, there are other things that when he remembers, he wants to live. He want to live for the sake of that. Now I want you to think of this. If there's something you want to pick from this story, let it be that in no situation that you find yourself, try to be grateful. At least you are still alive, you're still breathing, even though you are in the worst situation. Just find something to live for. Find the courage, find inspiration, find something that will make you to want to live more. Suicide is not the best, it's not the solution to any problem. It's not, because you end up causing more pain to your relations, your friends, your families. Sorry fam, thank you for watching this video. If you find it interesting, like, share to your friends and loved ones, comment and subscribe. Don't forget to turn on your notification bell so that whenever I post a video you can get it. Thank you. Bye. See you in my next video.